Shoulders of Giants, Gap Year 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for the one and only Fadil Iqbal. Give a round of applause, come on. I may be called a narcissist, sometimes it's a bit uppish of me, but tell me, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the name Fadil Iqbal? Now come on. Let's go right here. Oh my god, Fadil Iqbal, he's so awesome. Fadil Iqbal, he's awesome. Sometimes the girls from the junior might just come, Fadil, let's take a picture, come on, let's take I love you guys. I love you all. Trust me, it's a great privilege to be, the most praised person in your life. But you won't believe me if I told you that last year, I was a total loser. One day in our school assembly, our warden told us, we are what we are, for we know how tall we stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us. On the shoulders of giants. What did it mean back then? You see, last year, I was the rowing vice captain of this university. And I was the star athlete. People, when you hear the name rowing, the first thing that comes to your mind was Fadil Iqbal. I was so good at it, and I was so great. I was strong, and I was fast in the water. And people from Morocco also respected me for that. It came my time to train 7 youngsters, just like you guys, to become professional athletes. But they were not they were not strong at first, and they did, just like all of you, they haven't done sports before. But I told them, guys, trust me, with our training, you will get there. So I dedicated my entire year for them to train them into professional athletes. And every day, it was a real privilege to see them grow. And I felt so proud. But one thing I didn't know was that these 7 youngsters made it hard for anyone else to come to the team. There were always quarrels, internal politics going on. It was very hard for me. It one came to a point that I got to know there was a hidden agenda to have me removed from the team. Now, how can you be removed by the people you brought up? How could this happen to you? I was so upset. I was very depressed back then. The people that I brought, that I taught, turning their back against me because they wanted some of them to become captain. Wow, that was quite a blow in my life. That year, when people asked me, hey Fadil, aren't you going for rowing practices anymore? I couldn't face them. Because when they come and ask me that, what am I going to tell them? I got kicked out by the team I started. It was so upset that things got worse because my exam results came and I had failed 5 subjects. My GPA went down to 2.6. I was the dumbest kid in class. Now I don't have my academics, I don't have sports. One day, I was making tea at home. And when I was making tea, the milk spilled on the table. And at that point, I couldn't keep it. I burst into tears, and my mom was there. And I told her, Mom, I'm such a loser. I lost everything. How could this happen to me? Standing now, looking back, if I could only tell that kid, things are going to be alright. That same year, I had the privilege of starting the Gavel Club. And the Gavel Club was my refuge. The people there made me feel so tall. I call them my giants because they would keep me on their shoulders and take me to heights that I could have never imagined. It so happened that they asked me to organize the university's first ever speech competition. Now, you wouldn't believe it. All of them said that it was the best event they've ever seen in their entire life. It was the most organized and classiest speech competition ever. I felt so great. You know, when I was giving that speech, the word of thanks, I felt like king on stage. Because you people took me on your shoulders. On the shoulders of giants. On the shoulders of giants. There comes another giant to my life called Buddhima. And I've only known her for 1 month. And she's been an amazing mentor for me. She trained me for Speech Master, the island's biggest university speech competition. And I became a finalist out of 300 people. She sometimes tells me that I can become the next Dhananjay Hettiarachchi. I'm like, oh, Buddhima, if I'm Dhananjay, then you gotta be my Balraj. It came to a point where Buddhima asked me to come on television, on national TV. Can you imagine that? Me on TV? Because she said that she saw something in me, and I have something to offer to this world. And that was so amazing for me. And things just escalated so high. I never knew things would turn out to be this way. But I'll tell you one thing. There are good people and bad people. But that's another side. I call them giants. Giants would go that extra mile to see you succeed. Giants put you on your shoulders and take you to heights that you could have never imagined. One day, I hope I can be a giant to all of you. And someday, I hope you will be a giant to someone else. Over to you.